What's up, y'all? What's good, y'all? It's the Birds and I'm back with another video on the channel. This is going to be a list of some of the weapons that I think should be into the game, or that want to be in the game. So if you like this video, hit that like button, share if you do want, hit the subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so you won't be seeing the videos I put over here. Now let's get to this list. First up is the pistols. We have the 5.7. Should be a semi-automatic pistol. Should be a good competitor to the P92. It would have the same number, the same type of attachments that the P92 can carry. It would hold at least 20 with standard and 30 with extended. But if it don't want it to be too OP, we could just bump it down from 20 to 15 for the standard and from 30 to 20 with extended. Our next is the M45A1, which is basically a pistol that holds 45 ACP, which I think should be a good competitor to the P1911 in most or pretty much every way. Which holds 10 rounds with a standard magazine and 15 with extended, which have the same number of attachments that the P1911 can carry. Next is the revolvers. We have the MP12 Rex, MP4 12 Rex. It basically holds 6 rounds of 3.57 Magnum, but I think if they want a unique weapon type to be added again, they can just keep that, or they can just put it to 7.62 so you can compete with the PUBG revolver, because the R45 has been outdated by most revolvers in almost every situation. And I think that revolver could be like somewhat of a Miramar exclusive as well. Up next is the Executioner, which is actually a pretty strong pistol or revolver that holds 6 rounds of a very unique 4.54 Castle. Or if they want to use or make it adopt a certain weapon type or ammo type, it would be 7.62. Yeah, it would be a pretty good competitor against the revolver, and maybe it could compete with some other pistols, although its hard hitting power as well. And I think its reload time should be somewhat quicker as well. Now let's go to the machine pistols. You have the 93R, which is basically a burst pistol, burst in semi-automatic modes, holding 5 attachments just like the Scorpion, which should be a good competitor as well, and it holds 9 mil. So I think 20 with standard and 30 with extended should actually have, or can compete with the Scorpion in almost every way possible. And the Tech 9, which is actually one of the most popular machine pistols out there, which have both semi-automatic and automatic modes, and has 4 attachments: a grip, sight, mag, and muzzle attachment, and should hold 20 with standard and 30 with extended, and it actually holds 9 mil, so it should be a good competitor against the Scorpion in almost every way. Now let's go to the SMGs. The X95 SMG is actually a 9mm adaptation to the Tavor X95, which should hold 9mm and should have the same mag shape as the Uzi. It should hold 30 with a standard and 40 with extended, I'm sure, and should compete with some weapons in close, medium, and maybe long range like the UMP, the MP5K, and the Vector. Have somewhat of a faster fire rate. I think it would actually overcome or outperform the PB Bison as well. The Mac 10, I think it should be a fit competitor with the Uzi, although I would never cheat on that Uzi because she is my one and only favorite gun in the game. I think it would actually dominate in close range. Actually, I think we'll have 5 attachments: a muzzle, grip, magazine attachment, stock, and a sight attachment. And I think it would dominate, like almost as good as the Uzi. I think it should have at least a 20 with a standard and 30 with extended, and it actually can fire or chamber 45 ACP, thus dealing a little bit more damage. Now to the PPSH-41, which is basically a Russian World War II SMG that holds 7.62. I think it would be a pretty OP weapon. I think, like my opinion, I think it should be in drops only. So it would be like, I think it should hold a muzzle attachment, a sight attachment, and maybe a grip. Like although it's OP, I think it would outshine and and outperform the Tommy gun in almost or nearly every way. Up next is the shotguns. We have the DBV-12, which is basically a shotgun version of the Russian AK-12. I think it could be a good comparator with the S12K, and it has a 5-round magazine as standard and extended magazine that holds 10 rounds. I think it should be a pretty good competitor, and I think it should hold a muzzle grip, sight, and a magazine attachment as well. And the Spaz 12, which is actually one of the most popular shotguns, I think it should hold 7 rounds. I think it should have at least a sight. I don't think it'll need a muzzle attachment or a grip. I'm sure of it. The AA-12 is up next. Just kidding. But I'm a little bit iffy on that shotgun though. Alright, I'm not gonna lie. To me, it's a pretty decent weapon, but I think it would be too OP, or actually put it in the airdrop weapons and just like take the DBS out of the spotlight in terms of it being an automatic shotgun. And I think it should hold 8 with a standard and 20 with extended, because they actually added to the game, but I think it will be too doggone OP. Alright, up to the assault rifles. I think the AN-94, which should hold 5.45, they actually add that to the game. I think they should have at least I think it should have 7.62 to be like, I think they need more burst rifles into this game as well. It hold 30 with standard and 40 with extended should have 4 attachments, just like most of those assault rifles. I think it should be a good comparator against some burst rifles like the MK47 and the M16. The Henry 4570, which should be another lever action rifle, because like the Win94 is actually alone by itself. I think it should actually hold at least 45 ACP and has 5 rounds. I think it should hold a sight if they actually equip it with a sight, and maybe like bullet loops, just like the Winchester. I think it would be a good competitor or a equal rival to the Win94. And another assault rifle is M16A3. I think would be another, although we have way too much automatic assault rifles, I think it could be a good competitor against the M16, although it has an automatic, which is technically unfair, and a single shot. I think it would dominate just like the M16, although we do have 2 M16s, but it would slightly be somewhat confusing, so I'm just going to leave that as an iffy as well. And the Beowulf ECR, which holds .0 Beowulf, and I think there should be an airdrops, or if they don't want that type of ammo type in the game, they just leave that with 7.62, and it's an AR-15 type weapon as well. I think it would be crazy powerful up close. I think we'll outshine some of those weapons like the QBZ and the M762. The Honey Badger was actually the very first, I think if they add into the game, I think it would be the very first, I think the second weapon that actually has a built-in suppressor as well. I think it would be good up close if they have, it's .300 blackout. But I think they should be in the airdrops as well, because it has a built-in suppressor. I think it should have at least four attachments, except for the muzzle attachment, because it does actually come with a suppressor as well. I think some would be a good compared to an M416, but if they don't want like the blackout bullets, they could actually put at least maybe a 7.62 or a 5.56. I'm not sure about it, but let's move on to the next weapon. The Tor 21 basically Israeli bullpup rifle, which holds 5.56. It has 4 attachments, just like most assault rifles, and it holds 30 with the standard and 40 with extended, just like the Honey Badger. I actually should have said that before, didn't I? And the FAMAS was actually a French bullpup rifle that has single fire burst and an automatic option, which should be a good comparator with most or almost every weapon in the game, which I think should be at least as close to the Scar and M416 in almost every way. It has 30 with the standard and 40 with extended. Onto the DMRs, I actually have 2 DMRs down here, and this is MK11, basically the very, if they actually add this in the game, will be an AR-10 American rifle. and I think it should hold at least 10 with the standard and 20 extended. But if they want to make it slightly weaker than other DMRs, they could actually bust it up to 20, and the 30 would be extended if they want to add it in there. So basically like another MK47 mutant, but a DMR. And the Beowulf TCR is basically a pretty OP weapon, and I think it would be another AR-15 type weapon, just like the MK47 mutant, but with I think a higher ammo type. I think would be at least the .50 Beowulf, or if they don't want that into the game, they could just add it with 7.62. But I think we should hit harder with it, like someone like a SKS. You know what I mean? I think both DMRs have at least 5 attachments, just like the SKS. But both of those weapons don't need to have a SIG pad, but a tactical stock like the M416. Now let's move on to the sniper rifles. I say the intervention is coming up, which I think it should be an airdrop weapon as well. I think it would be 408 point Chaytak, or if they don't want that type of ammo type into the game, they could actually put that down to actually 300 Magnum, just like the AWM, but has a slightly higher damage, which should be at least 107 or 110. And actually ignore level 3 armor as well. The Dragunov SVDS is actually another sniper rifle. I think it should be counted as a DMR, but yeah. But I think it should have 10 with standard and 20 with extended. And so 7.62, which should be slightly better counterpart than the SKS somewhere. I think it should be a airdrop weapon as well. And I think the last sniper rifle, which should be the M107, which actually is 50 point BMG, or it's called, or just make it like 50 cal, just like the Barrett 50 cal. But sadly, I think it'll only chamber 1 round. But if they wanted to boost up 5 and change it up a little bit, but I think that should be possible. And I think there should be an airdrop as well. So that I think it actually have a good compare with the AWM in most ways as possible. You know what I mean? I think some throwables should be added into the game as well. I think maybe a stick grenade should fit, so it would have a good comparator with the actual frag grenade. Yeah, or like something crazy like a shuriken or some kunai or something. Maybe those could be good throwables, but you have to actually aim in order to do it. But to the melee weapons, I think it should be like a katana. Should be a good melee weapon, but I think it should be like at least 1 or 2 hit melee weapons as well. And I think like brass knuckles should be good too, so you can actually punch some people. Yeah, I think these are actually good weapons as well. Or maybe a common knife, just like the one included in the zombie mode in PUBG Mobile. I think I actually did pretty good with the video length. But if you like this video, hit that like button, share for your dude. If you want to subscribe over here, hit the subscribe button, and don't miss any videos over here. So you wouldn't have any. I mean, you wouldn't have to. So tell me what I missed over here, and what do you think I should put on my list, or what you think that should be fit to be in PUBG Mobile. And if you have any, just let me know in the comment section. Please, I want to hear your response. And that'll be all for today. Alright, love you all. Stay safe. Stay alright. Peace out. Love you all.